Alray just was a very gentle giant. He was very big, 6'3" is big. And in America, when you're a big black man, people assume you're menacing, but there wasn't an evil bone in his body.
Alray Taylor was born in Arkansas in 1984. He grew up in Boston, the second oldest of 6 children, born to Sharon Ann and Alray Sr. Alray Jr. went through the Boston public school system, and from an early age, he was a big kid with an even bigger heart.
We all went to the movies, and after the movies, we had just enough to get home from downtown to Roxbury Crossing. And there was a man standing out panhandling with a cup. And Alray, he asked us for change. We all said no. But then when we looked back, Alray was taking all of the change and putting it into the cup. And we asked him, like, okay, so how much do we have to get on the train? And he was like, nothing. I gave it all to him.
When he was 9, Alray fell in love with basketball, spending countless hours on the courts at the park near his home. While others noticed Alray for his size and athletic ability, his siblings loved him most for his kindness and sense of humor.
He just was goofy. He always loved to make jokes, and everything and anything was, we're gonna make it fun.
We went swimming one day. His friend started drowning. He was just playing around. My brother jumped in the water like, I'm gonna save you. Started drowning, he can't swim.
When Alray was in middle school, the family moved to Mission Hill.
Growing up in the neighborhoods we grew up in, and for the longest time, him being the only boy, and there were so many sisters, that he had to take on this protective side. So even though he didn't like to fight and he didn't like to get into trouble, since there was always trouble coming at him since he was so big, he just learned to be ready to fight back.
Basketball helped insulate him from the distractions of the streets. When Alray started at Charlestown High School in the 9th grade, Coach Jack O'Brien noticed the boy's manners as much as his basketball potential.
I think he was the perfect kid to coach. He was a perfect gentleman, just perfect kid in the classroom. Because honestly, as a basketball player, he was like, I'd say he's nasty on the court, nice off the court. What more could you ask, really?
It didn't take long for the school staff to fall in love with Alray.
They used to slip those extra desserts and stuff to the CAF people because they know he liked to eat.
Alray led Charlestown to 3 consecutive state titles. Teammates like Corey Boston were grateful for his friendship.
He's one of those players that you love to have on your team, but you hated to play against.
His relentlessness on the courts earned him the nickname Horse.
He's like a workhorse. Alray, you block his shot, he's getting the ball back. He misses the layup, he's getting the ball back. There's kind of like no stopping him.
As he became a better basketball player, to the point of all scholastic his senior year, he was the same polite, nice, kind kid, right up until the state championship, right up to winning it, and just happy for everybody.
Alray graduated from Charlestown High in 2002 and earned a coveted Division I scholarship from the University of New Hampshire.
Every basketball player has their hopes of playing Division I. Everybody wants to go and play on TV. For him, it was just like, I just want to go to college. And he wanted to set an example for his siblings because he would have been the first one in his family to graduate.
At UNH, though, Alray struggled on and off the court.
I think what happens is the basketball goes, the school goes a little bit, because your confidence goes, you're not feeling good about yourself.
Alray ended up transferring to a smaller college and was adjusting nicely. During a ceremony at Charlestown High, he and his parents proudly watched as his Charlestown number was officially retired. Then tragedy struck. In the fall of 2005, Alray's father died. 3 months later, his mother passed. Alray left college to help care for his siblings.
He came home to step up and be the bigger brother, which was great, because we needed him at that point.
We really didn't have a lot, So Alray, he tried anything to make sure we ate and we was all right.
Alray had to suppress his own grief so he could support his siblings.
He would show us a smile, but I can see that he was hurting.
6 months after his mother's passing, Alray was preparing to resume his college studies, this time in the Boston area. Yet tragedy struck again. On the morning of August 31st, 2006, at a convenience store in Hyde Park, Alray was drawn into an argument with a guy from the neighborhood. The argument turned into a fist fight, which Alray was easily winning until the other man pulled out a gun. Alray Taylor was killed just 3 days before his 22nd birthday.
The situation with his death was like a catastrophe that probably could have been avoided if we had like a support system that was there for us, you know? But we didn't have that.
Out of that profound sadness, the Alray Scholars Program was born. The idea is to provide a support system through mentoring and scholarships that helps Boston students who suffered a setback during their first college experience return to campus and graduate.
A lot of people say a lot of great things about my brother, and it just brings, like, I miss him. But it makes me smile always because I know my brother was a good person. And he didn't just impact my life, he impacted a lot of people's lives.
For his siblings, that's what makes the Alray Scholars Program so meaningful.
I would like to see people better their life and not have to deal with the struggles that he was forced to deal with.
In this life we live, you need happiness. And he brought that into the room every time he showed up.
I love the fact that the scholarship gives people second chances, because Alray loved to give people first, second, third, fourth chances. He loved people.
The program doesn't just bear Alray's name, it is imbued with his spirit.
With the scholarship in his name, it just makes me so happy because I know that he's living on.
It makes me feel great to know that the giving still goes on in his name even after all these years.